So starting the test drive in this Colorado here, love the blow-off valve sound you get from the Turbo Max here. And I just like how the truck gets up to speed. It's very, very calm, but you can still feel the boost pretty well. Gonna give it a little pull getting on the interstate here in a moment. But the Z71, it doesn't ride as bad as, I shouldn't say as bad, but it doesn't ride as rough as I would have expected it with this to be more of an off-road oriented pickup, as opposed to maybe a Canyon Elevation or just the LT trim level of the Colorado. We're gonna give it a little pull here again. Here we go. So certainly wasn't thrashing it by any means. I gave it a little bit and it still got up to speed very nicely. Now we do have the adaptive cruise here, so again, like I said earlier, we can adjust the gap for that just by clicking or toggling this button. But the ride is actually very tame. Wind noise is a bit prevalent, but it's very windy out today. I do think that the new Ranger rides very well. That's pretty much it's very close with this one to being the #1 pickup. Now this, the Tacoma and the Ranger have all done pretty well with their redesigns, but I will say the Tacoma's ride quality is not as good as the Ranger or the Colorados, in my opinion. So this ride's pretty stellar compared to the Tacoma. And the actual sound from the truck, the engine, the powertrain, even the tires was not intrusive at all. In terms of what you get for the money, you might be better off going with, like I said earlier, there's a Canyon Elevation I just reviewed. The only thing that this has that I would miss on that one is the power seat, and then probably the Bose sound system. But everything else, I don't need an aux switch. I don't need to have all the windows go down at once. I don't need the sunroof. So for 10 grand, I might just go ahead and go with a Canyon Elevation. I do like the looks of the Z71 fascia just a bit better than the Canyons, but you get the standard LEDs across the Canyons, whereas you still can get halogens on a Colorado if you're not in the Z71 trim or ZR2 or something like that. But I mean, again, you get quite a bit with this one, the way it's equipped. Lots of packages on here. This is the off-road oriented 4-wheel drive, as opposed to that Canyon I just looked at was 2-wheel drive, so that was another thing. But for me, I just use trucks to haul stuff, maybe do a little bit of light towing, so 4-wheel drive is not a must for me. When I had my trucks, my last one was 2-wheel drive, and the one before that was 4-wheel drive, and the one before that was 2-wheel drive. So I only used the 4-wheel drive when we had snow and ice, or when I was trying to pull bushes out. But I rarely use the 4-wheel drive. But if that's a must for you, you gotta have it. But if not, again, you can get an Elevation Canyon for 8 to 9 grand less than this one is. But all in all, I mean, the good thing about the Z71 is I feel like it's capable, very capable, but just driving this around town, I don't feel like I'm in a truck. I just feel like I'm driving something normal. And being able to get 19 miles per gallon city, 23 highway in a truck that can tow quite a bit and haul quite a bit, and actually gets up pretty quickly, I can't complain about that. So I want to give one more thank you to Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Chevy Colorado Z71.